If you're tired of struggling to find new clients in the finance industry, you need to watch this video. Finding good, high-quality leads is tough, and as someone who's been in the LinkedIn trenches for years, I know it more than anyone. Low reply rates, bad data sheets, and poor converting campaigns. It sounds familiar, doesn't it? But what if I told you the problem isn't you? It's the system you're using. Today, I'm breaking down exactly why financial advisors, investment firms, and fintech companies are struggling so much with lead generation, and exactly how you can fix it. Let me start by introducing myself. My name's Jordan, and I'm a licensed financial advisor in the US and working to get my license in Canada. I started my financial journey working with a buddy of mine named Alex Zastry, who started his own investment bank 4 years ago. At first, we were doing what everyone else was doing: emailing, cold calling, reaching out on LinkedIn with generic messages. It was brutal, hardly any replies, tons of not interested, and honestly, I started wondering if we're just wasting our time. And then I had the realization our problem wasn't just the outreach, it was the data. We were pulling lead lists from generic sources and seeing abysmal response rates. But then we figured out the key to fixing it. Most financial advisors and firms rely on outdated methods like cold email, generic LinkedIn messages, and paid lead lists that do not work. Here's what usually happens. You buy a lead list thinking it's full of potential clients. You send out a ton of outreach messages and you barely get any replies, or worse, your account gets flagged for spam. Relying on this approach to get leads sets you up for failure, and the data is there to prove it. After years of trial and error, I grew tired of it, so I took matters into my own hands. It wasn't until we started sourcing our own lead lists, using PitchBook, Sales Nav, and actually sorting through the data ourselves that we started seeing change. But more importantly, we realized something crucial. People hate cold, robotic outreach. If messages sound like it came from mass email campaigns, it's getting ignored. So we switched things up. Instead of blasting the same message to everyone, we started building better lead lists, sourcing real verified contacts that are actually in our niche, personalizing outreach. I spent a god-awful amount of time personalizing and curating every single message. Every message we sent was tailored, making prospects feel like we actually knew them. Tweaking and testing, we ran A and B tests and adjusted based on data, constantly improving with time. All of a sudden, things clicked. We started landing meetings, and a lot of them. After 2.5 years of refining our process, we booked meetings with advisors from Blackstone and JP, just to name a few. And the best part? We weren't chasing leads anymore, they were coming to us. At first, we thought the key was blasting out as many messages as possible. But the real game changer was learning how to filter out bad leads, focusing on high quality prospects. You've probably heard of it before, but quantity does not equal quality. It took us a lot of work to finally understand how to properly filter out our leads, and more importantly, how to craft compelling messages that turn them into clients. After years of trial and error, I saw the gap in the market and an opportunity. So I co-founded Reachium in 2024 with a buddy of mine, Vince, who also had a background in JP investment banking. I set out to build something based on everything I learned to try to help financial professionals do it the right way without wasting time. There are over 300,000 financial advisors in the US alone. Imagine how much easier your life would be if you could skip the bad lead lists and go straight to the decision makers who actually respond. That's what we built Reachium for. We do the heavy lifting so you can focus on closing deals, not chasing cold leads. At the end of the day, lead gen isn't about sending more messages, it's about sending the right ones to the right people. So if you're tired of spinning your wheels, hit the link below, let's talk, and I'll show you exactly how we do it. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.